My name is Kevin Petras. I'm the Lieutenant in the Public Affairs Office here at the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. Appreciate you being here with us today. This weekend, we notified the media and the community of a sex assault that occurred in the North Division. When incidents like this occur, it's important for us to get in front of the community and communicate the information that we can. That's why we're here today. We have Deputy Chief Tanya Arrington of the Investigative Services Bureau here with us today to share more information. Deputy Chief.
Good afternoon. Like you said, my name is Tanya Arrington. I'm a Deputy Chief with Investigations. I'll go ahead and hop right in. On Saturday, February 24th, shortly after 7:30 p.m., officers from the North Division responded to a sexual assault call for service at the 4400 block of Hucks Road. The survivor stated that the unknown suspect broke into her residence and then physically and sexually assaulted her. The suspect then fled on foot. The survivor, who is an 86-year-old female and who was home alone at the time, was transported to the hospital where a sex assault kit was collected and she was treated for minor injuries. Once notified, the entire sex assault unit immediately responded to the scene and to the hospital to investigate this case. Crime scene search also responded to both scenes as well. Detectives and officers have extensively canvassed the area over the weekend looking for witnesses and cameras, but unfortunately at this time, we do not have a picture of our suspect. The victim described the suspect as a heavy-set black male, around 5'11", in his mid-20s, wearing jeans, a jacket, and a hat. The sexual assault unit and the crime lab are currently analyzing physical evidence collected from this case, and this is one of our top priorities here at the department. The North Division has stepped up both marked and unmarked patrols in this area to ensure the safety of the public. Right now, we do not know of any other incidents related to this one. And like I said, we've dedicated a significant amount of resources to ensure that we can identify this suspect. I just want everyone to know these type of stranger attacks are very rare. Only a small percentage of reported rapes each year are attacks where the victim has no prior association with the suspect. So while we're here today, we're here to ask for the public's help. So if anybody saw anything that was suspicious, know of anything, maybe something at that particular time seemed irrelevant, we ask that you call Crime Stoppers at 704-334-1600 or our lead detective, Detective Harrington, at 704-336-6052. So we'll just go ahead and open it up for questions.
How unusual is it for it not only to be a stranger attack, but to be an elderly victim like this?
I don't have the exact range as far as like ages, but it's rare. I mean, an 86-year-old female, it's disturbing. It makes me angry.
And that kind of segues to my question, and that is, you mentioned that this is a top priority. You also said that there's a considerable amount of resources that you all are dedicated to this.
That's correct.
Unfortunately, we do see sex assaults. What about this makes this a top priority and something that the department is dedicating, as you said?
I think it's like I said, one of those things where true stranger rapes are very rare. So a lot of times when we have sex assaults, we at least know that there's some type of association. We might have some type of leads. So we jump on all of these cases. We take all of them seriously. But with it being a stranger rape, us not having a picture at this time, we're really trying to push this forward and get this out in the public.
You mentioned you're not sure if this has happened to anyone else. Is there a fear or a belief that this suspect has done this to someone else recently?
There's nothing to say that this suspect is tied to any other cases that we have.
I want to ask because, we were here last month where the situation happened in the Southern Division to where there was a man who broke in, strangled and raped a mother while the daughter was upstairs. And then you have this situation where it happened. Again, is there a common lack of security that maybe both of these locations have that these suspects are taking advantage of and saying this right here is the perfect time to do something like this?
No, I think you're looking at, two totally different locations. There's no common links that we've been able to find to say, hey, if somebody would have done this, then maybe it wouldn't have happened.
Can you talk about how the victim's doing now, both from a physical, emotional stance at this point?
I haven't talked to the victim directly. I know that our detectives have been in contact with her. But, as a female, and then, as a person that has, God rest their soul, grandparents, I can only imagine what she's going through at this time. Mentally, physically, emotionally. 86 years old just doesn't make any sense.
Do you have any message for the community? Because I think people look at this and they're like, are we safe in our own homes? I mean, for someone to break in and do this to someone that they don't even know, what are your thoughts on that?
First, that it's very rare that this happens. We just don't see this. It's very rare, so I think it's important to get that out. Secondly, our main priority is to catch this suspect. We do have evidence. We're working through that. Detectives are still out there following up on any leads. And that's why we're coming to you guys, hopefully to generate more leads. And then, as far as like safety in general, our usual safety tips, be aware of your surroundings. If you have a security system, make sure it's on. Make sure your house is secured. If you see something and you're a neighbor or see something suspicious, make sure you're calling 911. Let us check it out. Vet it.
Can you elaborate on that? Because I'm sure a lot of people, when they're in their home, they're there, they may not have the security system armed.
Right.
Is that can you speak to that at all?
I mean, that's a personal, that's a personal decision, and people make that decision, if you're in and out of the house 42 times, are you going to arm it or disarm it each time you go in? So that's just really a personal decision that you have to make, but, if it's there, I would use it.
It's just, as you said, it's just really concerning that she was in her home, somebody broke in.
It is very concerning, absolutely.
And yet there's no pictures. Can you speak to the urgency of finding this person and how confident you are that you'll find this person?
I think the fact that we're here today speaks to the urgency, right? And then, yes, I do feel confident. I think we will find them.
Can you say how they broke in and how long they were inside the home before 911 was able to be called?
We won't go into any details just for the integrity of the case.
And how rare is it too, or common are you finding it to where we are in a day and age where so many people have Ring cameras, so many people have security cameras. I know y'all have security flock cameras and stuff like that all around the city. How common is it to where you may have a blind spot like this in a community to where nobody's cameras captured anything, or y'all maybe not have flock cameras in that area?
I mean, I'd say probably with the amount of cameras that are out there, it's a little bit unusual for us not to have something to go on a car, even a brief description or something, so it is a little unusual.
Based on what you just said, I don't know if you can answer this or not, but do you believe that this suspect went in with the intention of raping this woman and then just grabbed other things with the break-in, or do you think this was essentially he went in to break into this home, steal some stuff, and then ended up doing what he did?
I'm not sure what his mindset was. Way too early in the investigation to comment on something like that.
And would you think that in a case like this, with it being like an elderly victim, that maybe this is like a situation where he was kind of following her or had a sense of who was in that house?
Once again, we're just not sure at this time. Still too early.
What else can the public know that would actually, that we can get out there that would help you out? Yes, it'd be nice if they had pictures, but I would assume people in that area, you've already talked to them and they don't have pictures. That area doesn't look like it's very populated. Yes, there are homes and stuff, but what else can we get out there that would really help you out, other than just saying we're looking for pictures and a possible suspect?
I think, maybe something that seemed insignificant on that day, maybe somebody walking down the road didn't really raise any eyebrows, but today they're like, that did seem a little odd. Or maybe there's somebody out there that had a in-car camera that where, nothing significant happened, and maybe they have some footage of that area. So like I said, anything that can help generate a lead, that's why we're coming to you guys.
With that being said, was that suspect driving a car that would potentially help that we could know about, or?
We don't know, we just know that he fled on foot.
Okay.
Thank you, Deputy Chief.
Could you spell your first and last name?
I'll do it, Chief. Yep. First name is Tanya, TonyA. Last name Arrington, Arrington. We do appreciate y'all being here and for everybody tuning in. Based on the history, we know that there's incredible power when the community, the media, the police department all come together to work towards a common goal. And that's what we hope for here and expect. We have all confidence in our investigators and the resources that we're putting towards this. And so we're all hoping for a positive outcome. We have an updated media briefing out to everyone here, and information also listed on our social media as well. Thanks, y'all.